a lot of stuff.
Hello folks, my name's Lee Townsend and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video I'm going to talk a little bit about essential equipment and the expense of being a live musician. Being in a band is really expensive, and those boxes that I just opened this morning, there's about £1,000's worth of stuff in there almost, but there's actually nothing fun, there's nothing that I'm excited to talk about. It's all just cables and strings and stands and bags and that kind of thing, but they are essential things that I need to do my job. And there are things that are often overlooked by, I don't know, the people that book you or other providers at live events. So for context, I play in 3 bands. I also play solo. I'm a DJ and I provide audio and lighting solutions for private events such as weddings. So 95% of my work, I'd say, maybe slightly less, is weddings and private events. And during the planning of these things, there are a few items that often get overlooked. So I take with me to every event that I do this case, and I very rarely open it actually, but there are things in here that I know eventually there's going to be a need for. So I'll pop it open and we'll have a look what's inside, and there's obvious things, spare strings and things in there. No guitarist should go to a gig without spare strings, so they are there, pride of place in the middle. Currently, for anybody that's interested, I'm using Elixir Phosphor Bronze Nano Web 12 to 53s on my acoustics, and standard Ernie Ball regular slinkies on my electrics. So I've got a load more of them in this delivery as well. Must have about 25 sets of each of them now. So they're obviously an essential for any guitarist. There's also things like spare batteries. My acoustic takes 9 volts, so I always keep a couple of Duracells in there. I keep some AA's for my wireless microphone. I use a Shure SM58 wireless mic when I play with the band. And I think somewhere in here, or it might be in my guitar case, is a spare or a couple of spare CR3032 batteries for the magnetic pickup that's in my acoustic as well. Things like spare aux cables are essential in these kind of events, because you often get a guest that will come over that's got a playlist on their phone that they want playing during the meal, for example, and you need a way to plug that into your PA system. So I always have a couple of spare aux cables in here. And also an essential that I take everywhere with me is USB-C to mini jack adapter. I don't know if you can see that up there. USB-C to mini jack, but this one also has a USB-C port so that you can charge the phone as it's playing the music, because a lot of phones nowadays, most phones nowadays, don't come with a headphone jack. I also carry with me a lightning version, lightning to headphone jack, just in case somebody's got an iPhone that's older than the iPhone 15 and it's still on lightning. So I'd say that's an essential to always have in your kit. Things like spare capo. I did a gig last year or the year before, a wedding, and I turned up and my capo had been left on my electric guitar, which I didn't have with me, which was really annoying. Gaffer tape, you'll notice, shouldn't go anywhere without gaffer tape. Amazing stuff. Multi-tool, which is great, although this particular multi-tool is rubbish, so we will be replacing that, but for now it's there. Something that's essential in Spain is Relic Extra Fuerte mosquito repellent, because sometimes at these events we can be surrounded by flowers and garden and ponds and things like that, and mosquitoes love that kind of thing. So this is the best one of these that I found. My wife actually works in a pharmacy and she recommended this to me, and I've used it ever since. It's really, really good stuff. I always keep a wind muff for a Shure SM58 so that if it's windy, if people are using the mic for the speeches, I can pop that on. It's good to keep the germs off your vocal mic as well if you tend to use the same mic that you provide for guests. It's pretty good. Also, something that I carry with me is a SumUp card reader. So in private events such as weddings, it's fairly common that the bride or the groom or a guest will come up at the end of my set and say, how much do you charge for an extra hour or whatever. But quite often, nobody's got any cash because these are prepaid events. The bride and groom have covered the drinks for the whole day, so the guests don't actually need to bring any money with them. So if you've got a card reader with you, you can charge an hourly rate, whatever you charge for an extra hour, on card. You'll notice that this one's absolutely smashed to smithereens because it used to be kept in a rucksack. It still works perfectly, but I do have a new one as well that I got from a mate. It's used, but at least it's in one piece, this one. So there you go. It just needs a clean, that's all. But I'm going to get that connected up to my SumUp account. Check them out if you haven't already. This video is not sponsored by SumUp in any way whatsoever. But this video is sponsored by another company called Gitto, whose product I will talk about now. And for context, well, not for context, full disclosure, I'll say, I have actually recorded this video already. This is the third time I've recorded this video for Gitto. But I don't want to make a video that just looks like a paid advert and, you know, here's a product that I've been sent for free. And it has been sent to me for free. I haven't paid any money for it, but they haven't told me what to say about it. And I wanted to include it in this video because it's a bit of a space saver as well. So Gitto sent me this 5-way guitar stand. It's a bit difficult to record a video through it, but I've had products like this from more well-known companies, and they're substantially more expensive than this one. But I have to say this one is really, really durable. It's really heavy duty. The way that it pops open is really cool. It's got like a, hang on, sorry about the noise. Click, and it clicks open, so you can stand your guitars in it. I'll include a little bit of footage here of it set up with a few of my guitars in at a wedding a couple of weeks ago. So I've been using this stand for about a month now, maybe a little bit more, and it's really heavy duty, really durable, really good quality. The only little negative I'd have, and it's not really a warranted negative yet, but these clips for the necks, the guitar necks, feel like they could break in transit, but they do swivel flat, so nothing should sort of catch on them because you can swivel them down with these little thumb screws, which is really cool. So I thought I'd just throw that one out there. I believe it's the Gitto GGS0 something. I'll include it anyway in the description below this video with a link to it if you want to check it out. But as I said, this video is kind of sponsored by them. They've not paid me to do this or anything, but they sent me the product for free, so I thought I'd chuck that out there. And while we're on the subject of Gitto, they also sent me this mic stand, which if you make videos at all, sorry if you can't hear me, I'm just showing you the stand as well. If you make videos online or anything like that, and you've all seen this kind of boom stand that just stays wherever you put it. And I'm really impressed with that, actually. It's a lot more heavy duty than I thought it would be. The clamp that clamps to the actual desk is fully made of metal. There's nothing flimsy about it. It easily takes the weight of my Shure SM7B, which I'm not actually using at the moment, but it's a fairly heavy mic, that, and wherever you put it, it just holds it really, really sturdy. That is the GMS03. So I think that stands for Gitto Microphone Stand 03, which is why I think that the guitar stand is probably the GGS05 or whatever. But here is the product. That's the box. I did do an unboxing video, but decided not to post it because it looked a little bit too much like just a paid thing. And I wanted to just include it in a video that does actually have some value. So this stand also comes with a pop filter, which is really nice. It comes with a shock mount for that kind of microphone. I do have a mic that would fit in there, actually, but it does have its own shock mount. But there's a normal mic clip in there as well, and these Velcro strap things to clip the cable to the stand itself. I think it's a really neat little kit, to be honest, and I'm fairly pleasantly surprised at all the little nifty things that it comes with. So check them out if you want to support the channel and you know, spread the love, show Gitto that you appreciate them sponsoring me. Check these products out. Going back to essential stuff, one thing that I wanted to talk about that's also in this case, which I only bought recently actually after watching another YouTube video on essential items that you should take to gigs, and I bought these things and they're really cool. So quite often when we're packing down after a band set or a DJ set, the venue staff will turn all the lights off because they're done and dusted and we'll be left in the dark. So I bought some head torches. Check that out. It's got this floodlight. You can't really see it because the light in here is good. This floodlight, if you're in the dark, is really, really cool. But you've also got a dimmer version of that there, and you've got the spotlight. Check that out. They're also an Amazon special. I'll leave links to all of these in the description. But they have been an absolute lifesaver in more than one occasion since I bought them about probably a month ago when I got those. So definitely check them out as well. The link that I'll leave will be an affiliate link, but it won't cost you any more than it would to buy that. So I didn't want to make this video too long. So all that's left to say is Gitto also have another company called Joyo. Maybe you've heard of Joyo. They make an amp called the Band Amp, but they've also sent me 3 effects pedals. And when I spoke to Joyo, Gitto, same company, when I spoke to them, they asked me what I would like to review. And I thought what I'll do is I'll get 3 of the pedals that I actually use already, the Boss versions of, because for quite some time I wanted to build a new pedal board. As much as I like the pedal board that I've used since 2012, whenever it was, it's fairly restricting because the board itself is already cut out for the amount of pedals that I've got. So Gitto have also sent me their pedal board, which is this monster here. So I'm going to be finally redesigning my pedal board, and this is going to give me much more flexibility where on the board I can put the pedals and stuff. And I'll also be putting these Joyo pedals through their paces, seeing what they can do, seeing how they compare to the more expensive alternatives. So if you're looking forward to that kind of content, make sure that you're subscribed by hitting the subscribe link down below. It's going to be a good couple of videos, and I'm excited to make them, and I'm excited to start using these new pedals. So thank you as always if you're a long-term subscriber to the channel. We're approaching 14,000 subscribers here on the channel. I think we're about 50 away. But when we reach 14,000, I want to do some kind of giveaway. I don't know what that'll be yet, but I'm going to have a think of something that will benefit somebody who wants to win something. And it probably won't be a sponsored thing because no companies have reached out and offered me any free stuff to send over to you. So it'll be out of my own pocket, but I just want to return the favour and say thanks for following this content. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. See you soon. Bye-bye.